Howdy everyone, Pete Daddy here, and today is the day for Future Stars team number 2. So I thought we'd go in and take a look at who all is included. I'll give you a review, give you an assessment, let you know who's worth it, who's not worth it. We'll take a look at chem styles, what may be the best chem style you can play on a player. So let's just get right into it. I guess the first and foremost, the top 3 players, the biggest prizes have to be the Erling Haland, the Lautaro Martinez, and the Federico Valverde. All 3 of those cards look like absolute monsters, but the prize of prizes has to be the Haland. And the biggest reason, if you look here, he's 6'4", super tall, almost as tall as Zlatan, but he's gonna twist and turn like a Neymar almost. I mean, when you look at him, he has good enough agility. His pace is through the roof. His shooting is amazing. Passing's not going to be that important, but you see he has 99 short pass. But then look at his physical stats: 98 strength, 95 aggression. So if you've got someone coming at you with a Virgil or some super strong defender, he's just going to be able to hold his own, box him off. So this card is just an absolute monster. As far as a chem style, what I would use on him is actually an engine. And the reason I would do that, that would take his acceleration to 96, his sprint speed to 99, but it would boost his agility and his balance. So he's just going to be able to twist and turn in the box and be able to do whatever he needs. I don't think he needs any boost to his shooting. 98 attack positioning, 96 finishing, 99 shot power. You'd maybe like a little bit of a boost to his long shots, but let's be honest, he's going to be getting the ball inside of the box. You're probably not going to be taking many long shots with him. So I would recommend putting an engine on him, and this card would just be an absolute disgusting monster to deal with. I couldn't imagine going at him with some weak defender, just going to throw him off of him basically. So he's going to be a lot to deal with, but he is very, very expensive. I think last I looked, he was over 3 million coins, so he's going to be very pricey, and I think it's going to take a while for this one to come down. It should come down a little bit if you're interested in them or any of these. What I would recommend, maybe wait. I know we want to plug all these guys into our weekend league team as soon as possible, but wait for people to just pack these and pack these and pack these. EA did do one good thing, and they have made this team 2 like 7 days, so they will be in packs next week when we get our weekend league weekend league rewards, our weekly rewards. So just the best thing to do is just wait towards the end of the Future Stars cycle, because more people will have packed them. There's going to be more supply out there, and the people that wanted to buy them at the high prices will already be out of the market. So just absolutely filthy card. But another filthy card, one of my favorite players this year. I played with his UCL, I think, team of the group stage card. It's absolutely disgusting, so I would love to get this one too, but it's very expensive as well. This Lautaro Martinez, 92 acceleration, 92 sprint speed, amazing shooting, amazing 97 agility, just absolutely monsterish. And same thing, 95 strength, 95 aggression. He's not as tall. See, he's 5'9", so he's more like that, a little more that agile profile than Haland. He's not going to be that imposing figure in the box, but he's still just an absolute monster at bearing the ball. I'm almost thinking on Lautaro, I would go with engine as well on him, just to boost his balance up a little bit. I would get his pace up a little bit. I just don't think, it'd be great to get his pace up to that 97, 97, but I don't think Hawk is where you really need to go, because his shooting stats, his primary shooting stats are already so high. So I think if you boosted his passing a little bit, boosted his dribbling a little bit, then you'd be able to work with him. He'd be able to play a little bit deeper than Haland could. So he'd have a little bit more versatility there. But as far as what you could get from him, this Lautaro card is just an absolute monster. But again, very, very, very expensive. And then the third prize would be this Valverde. He's a member of the Hullet Club. And for as far as chem styles go, you can go several different ways with him. You kind of want to evaluate the way you want to play with him. You can see that his dribbling is already really nice. His passing is nice. Defending is nice. Physical is nice. Now, he does have a couple that's weird. Usually when you see a player, a member of the Hullet Club, you don't see so much yellow on the team, but it's not in any super key stats this year. The jumping and heading accuracy maybe would have hurt him last year in FIFA 19. I don't understand the slide tackle of 66. I don't know if that's a play on his red card that he got, his famous red card that he got the other day against Murata or a couple weeks ago. His crossing is a little weak. You're not really going to ask him to do crosses, though, because he's going to be more of a middle-of-the-park player. Free kick accuracy, no one cares. Volleys and penalties for him, no one's really going to care. So it is a little weird to see so much yellow on the screen for someone that is a member of the Holy Club, but it's basically all of it is in stats that are not going to be that important. But you see this has been something that has plagued a lot of the Future Stars players. His composure is 99, reactions 93, ball control 94. So this is someone that's not going to buck under the pressure, that killed a lot of the Future Stars cards in the first week. And composure is the way your player reacts when they're kind of close to another player. So if someone is pressuring this Valverde, say we win the ball back, we pass it out to Valverde, and you get pressured immediately, you have a little bit of a high press coming at you, he's not going to buckle under the pressure. He's not going to take that heavy touch. He's not going to just completely lose the ball back for you and put you in a bad situation. So that 99 composure is amazing. And then you see some of these other this passing stats. 95 vision, 97 short pass, 99 long pass. I mean, his passing really, in my book, for what you're going to use him for, is really about 97 to 98. I know it says 89 there, but it's just absolutely amazing. And as far as the Chem style goes, that's what I was saying earlier, you're going to have to think about how you want to play him. If you want him to be that defensive mid that's just going to hang back a little bit, I would do something like an anchor on him, I believe, because in that middle of the park role, you don't need anyone super fast. I mean, you want pace, but it doesn't need to be the 99-99 like you might need on the wing. And that can help you a little bit up top. I mean, on the wing is the main area where you need the super fast pace. But in the middle of the park, an anchor would give him enough pace that would boost his defending up. I'm a big fan of defensive awareness, so that would make his defensive awareness 98. It would help his strength and aggression a little bit. Jumping, I'm not too worried about. But that would make him a really epic CDM. And if you want to make him a CM, I'm still a little bit out on the fence what to go with that, because I'd still like to boost his pace, but I don't know that engine is really going to help. I mean, that would help his agility. I think right now I would lean engine if you would do a CM. I would maybe even consider something like a maestro. I mean, that's something that could maybe help. You could even do something, because he's got enough pace to make it a little bit. So, this is a card, there's a lot of different ways you could go, because he's going to be so versatile. He's going to can play in a lot of different roles for you. He could even play in a cam role if you boosted his shooting enough. I wouldn't say that's his best position. I would say either CM, a box-to-box CM, or a CDM that's going to hang back and just attack the ball. But really epic card here, and he's 6 foot tall, so he's not that super small body model. He's not the super tall Vieira's type, but he's not small either, so he is going to be able to have that imposing body model out there. Let's take a look at a couple of the other players. We have Dani Olmo, and he is in the Bundesliga, a very nice cam. Nothing I would go crazy about. He's got some really nice stats. He's just solid everywhere. You see that good agility, good balance. I would probably, if I was playing him in just a pure cam role, I'd probably put an engine on him, maybe a maestro, something like that, just kind of boost all that shooting, passing, and dribbling a little bit. So, this is a solid card, good stamina, but it's not one that I would go crazy about. And part of it, you see 79 reactions. That's a little bit low, but it's not unusable by any means. So it's a nice card, but this is not a card I would just go absolutely bonkers for. And then we get over here, Hudson-Odoi. Chelsea fans got really represented with this Future Stars with Hudson-Odoi and Tomori out there. So let's look at this Hudson-Odoi card. This is one that got bit by the Future Stars bug a little bit. You see 77 composure, 74 reactions. Now, he's got good pace, he's got good shooting, but he's kind of like, he's one of those ones, if he's going to play on the wing is probably going to be his best place to play. But for wing players now, it's almost like you need that 99 pace. So you may have to put, I really don't want to put a hawk on him though, but you don't really want to put an engine. He may have enough pace, that with this latest patch, it's so hard to just get around people. So you maybe could get away with something like a Deadeye. I mean, the Deadeye would probably give you his best stat boost as far as really maxing out his shooting and maxing out his passing. He's already 97 agility, but I do worry a lot about that composure and reactions. That's something that can kind of take him out of the game a little bit. So this one's kind of one, I'm not in love with it. I would almost rather do that Leroy Sané player moment. Is that player moments, or I think those are player moments cards. So I would probably, if I wanted a left mid option from the Premier League, I would personally take the Leroy Sané. They're probably a similar price, and with the Sané, you would get some packs back. And that's probably what I would do. Now, Sané, of course, is untradeable, but that's probably what I would do. So that's Hudson-Odoi, and then on the right we have Sarr. Now this is an interesting card. He has the pace. He's a perfect candidate for a Deadeye. Get his shooting, get his passing maxed out. Could also put a sniper on him if you want to boost his agility through the roof, boost his balance up some. Has good stamina. My main problem with this Sarr, let's see, I almost meant to put him out here, but when I was looking at these earlier, like what is the difference in Sarr and this Daniel James that we just received that we can get for free, basically for not even that hard of work. Let's see, where's Daniel James? I can't even find him. There we go. So let's put on all concept players, and I've got everything finished on Daniel James except for him starting in 15 matches. So it wasn't that hard to beat the challenges and the squad battles. But let's just compare the two. I have not done this yet. So Sarr does have more shooting, less passing, more dribbling. So Sarr does have a few more stats, I would say. But as far as what Sarr is going to cost versus what Daniel James can bring to the table for free, and if you look at Daniel James's key stats, you give Daniel James a Deadeye, he's already at 99 agility, 95 balance. Now his reactions and composure aren't as high as Sarr's. Sarr had, what was his reactions? 89 reactions, 91 composure, but he doesn't have the agility and the balance. And usually what you want from those guys making runs up the wings, they're not going to be that pressed as high as some of those guys for composure-wise. So, you need that speed, you need that agility, you need them to be able to bury a goal, every second or third game. But it's more about using that pace, that speed, that agility. So, for me personally, I would just go for that Daniel James and not even bother with the Sarr. I mean, even though the Sarr is a great card, he's an up and coming player. Watford's a fun team to watch. But I would go for the Daniel James and save my funds, is what I would do. Now we get to Palacios. We had two nice Bundesliga mids out here, and it seems like everything in the Bundesliga, although actually we're kind of coming to a complete team. And if you get that Akanji storyline player, once that's the top prize for this season is the Akanji, you could make a really nice Bundesliga team right now. But this is another Bundesliga player. He is a member of the Holy Club. He's solid top to bottom. He's a little bit more attack-minded, it seems. He is high work rates, and he is 4-star, which is nice. So here is a perfect box-to-box mid. You could do a lot of different things with him, kind of depending on the way you're going to play him. And this is kind of what I was talking about earlier for the Hullet Club. Usually you see like everything of his is green except for 2, and that Valverde had 5 or 6 that were yellow. But again, they were not in super key stats. So this is a perfect candidate for an anchor, for an engine, for a maestro. So you could do a lot of different things with him depending on where you're going to play him and how you're going to do him. He's not the defensive awareness of 77. If you're going to play him and rely on him defensively, I would like to see that a little bit higher if you're going to want him to be more of a pure CDM. But other than that, 98 stamina, his strength isn't that high. But if you put an anchor on him, he is going to have some good defending stats and have some nice attacking stats to support you as well. So certainly a nice card. Then we get to Renan Lodi, a very nice card. He's got really good pace, nice passing. Now, for me personally, I think wing play is so important this year in FIFA. So when you have a fullback that can make those passes up the wing, that makes a huge difference. One of my favorite cards to play with lately was the Nelson Semedo Headliners. Now, I love Semedo's just regular gold card, and probably every single player that's played FIFA this year has played with that Semedo. But Semedo's regular gold card lacks some passing. His Headliners card kind of fixed that some and made a big difference being able to make those passes up the wing. And I say that to say, if you look at his passing stats, those are solid passing stats for a fullback. 82 vision, 86 short pass, 86 long pass. Really good pace. He's probably a prime candidate for an anchor. I ask my fullbacks to defend a lot, but the main thing I ask out of my fullbacks, defend the ball and then get forward enough to make that pass up the wing. I really don't ask them to ever go bombing up the pitch unless I'm just in desperation mode and trying to get something to happen. But he does even have, for a fullback, decent shooting and really good agility, and that's part of what makes Semedo so good. If you see Renan Lodi's agility here, it's 91. I think Semedo's Headliners version's agility is like 92, so they're going to be agile enough to deal with those 99 pace wingers coming at you all the time. So that agility makes a big difference. This is a really strong card. I don't know if I could even necessarily say it's that much better than Ferland Mendy, though, or some of the other options at left back. So it's a good card, but I wouldn't go crazy for it. I think it was at a pretty fair price last time I looked at it. So that's, certainly you can't go wrong with the Renan Lodi. Tomori is a very, very interesting card. Now, you see this pace is through the roof. This is a center back that you could put to 99 acceleration, 99 sprint speed if you choose to. You could put a shadow on him if that's what you decide, and that would just max out his pace. He has good reactions, good composure. I mean, his reactions are a little low, but his composure is high. It's not the worst reactions in the world. But as far as his defending stats are nice, his physical is nice. You see that 89 strength. He's not going to be bodied off the ball. He's 6'1", so he's going to be able. He's tall enough to kind of make a presence out there. Jumping is nice. Stamina is good enough for a center back. Would like if the aggression was a little bit higher. You can certainly put an anchor on him. He's certainly fast enough. With an anchor, he'd be 89 acceleration, 96 sprint speed. But for me, it'd just be hard to pass up that opportunity to make him 99-99 with a shadow, and that would take his defensive awareness up to 92. His physical overall is good enough. I think that you can get away with a shadow, and that's probably what I would do. This is a really, really nice card. And look at that agility. 94 agility. That is one of the biggest things I look for this year in defenders are center backs that are agile. And it seems like a lot of these center backs that maybe were really good in previous FIFAs, and I'm not saying that they're bad this year, but someone like Rio Ferdinand is maybe not quite the end-all be-all center back that he was in previous FIFAs because he doesn't have that agility, that upper echelon agility, which is weird because I feel like Rio can move around pretty good, but that's neither here nor there. But the agility is very important. Every attacker coming at you now, everybody's looking for that agility, so they're able to just get in the box, twist and turn around. And if your center back's got that 62 agility, it's too hard for them to keep up. And after that second or third turn, they're going to get around you and they're going to be free on goal. So agility is so important in a defender. This Tomori card is through the roof. I'd love to figure out a way to link him into my team at some point. So I think this is this maybe, in my opinion, would be the fourth best Future Stars card that's out right now. I guess let me look at him again before I decide that for sure. But yeah, I feel pretty confident in saying I think that Tomori is the fourth best Future Stars card that's out there. And it'd be Haland, Lautaro, Valverde, and then Tomori, in my opinion. And then this Luiz Felipe, I think, is a really nice card. I looked at him earlier, and he was actually not going for a ton of money, but this is a super solid card that would have some good links. My biggest problem link-wise, what I would do, you could play Luiz Felipe, or if you had that Diego Carlos, that SBC, a lot of people have him. So those are two Brazilians. The other one I was thinking about was that Juan Jesus Europa League Road to the Finals card. That is a really nice card, so these would make a really nice pairing. I like his 99 aggression. This is another one that you can make very high in pace, 97 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. He has good enough agility. What I look for in a defender is someone who is at least over 70 in agility, and the higher up, the better. So he's at 77. That strong agility, he'll be able to handle his business in the box. Great defensive awareness. His worst defending stat is heading accuracy, which is not that important this year. So with a shadow, which is probably what I would do, he's going to be basically maxed out on defending except for heading accuracy. His stamina is a little low, but for a center back, that's good enough. You're never really going to, even in a desperate situation, you're not really going to ask your center back to get up the pitch at all. And I think, his work rate's perfect, so medium high, so he's not going to even try to venture out at all. So I think this is a really nice card and one of the best values out there. And that's what I was going to talk about in just a minute, some of the best value cards. Now we get to the bench. We have Tielemans, the Belgian. Seems like he's been up and coming for a while now. How old is he? Seems like I've been hearing about him for a long time. So he's not super young by any means. So he has made it to Leicester. I think he went to Leicester last year. So made it to the Premier League. I think he was in Ligue 1 for a while. So very strong card. His passing is amazing. Just misses being part of the Holy Club. He's another one you're going to have to decide how you want to play him, if you're going to have him more in the middle of the park, or if you're going to have him more defending, if you want to have him attacking a little bit more. He's similar in a way to like a De Bruyne because he could do some of that attacking wise, with that super strong passing. really good dribbling, except his agility 77, so it's a little bit low. So if you're going to attack with him, I would say an engine. He may let you down with some shooting stuff, but I would probably say an engine because I feel like his agility really needs boosting. And if you're going to ask him to defend or be box to box a little bit, probably either an anchor or a shadow. He's someone who maybe would be a good candidate for a shadow just to really boost his pace up and boost everything else. But this is a solid card, but not a card that makes me go crazy or one that I feel like I really would need. Now this is another one that I think could be a really strong value card, and he's French Ligue 1. We have a lot of people now that we can link. If you've got that Awar storyline card from last season, if you've got the Ben Yedder, either Player of the Month or Inform or whatever, this is a card that could be really nice and could become a really good value. And you could play this card. This is one of the few cards you could play in the middle of the park, or you could play out wide. So he could be with you because you see with his pace, he's 95 acceleration, 94 sprint speed, has some really nice shooting stats, 88 attack positioning, 83 finishing. So he's one who's got good enough stats that you can boost him up a lot. But then look at his dribbling, 99 agility. So he's already got that super high agility. You could pop a dead eye on him and make him a cam, and he would just be absolutely lethal. That would make him 99 attack position. I mean, 98 attack position. No, 99. It would be because it's plus 15 for Deadeye. It'd be 99 attack positioning, 98 finishing, 98 shot power. So the Deadeye would really make this card super strong, would make his passing even more epic. This would be an amazing cam, but you could also play him on the wing because of his pace. If you want to play him on the wing, would maybe do a Hawk, just because then you could make him 99-99 if you wanted to. His pace would be high enough if you didn't want to mess with his pace. But, that when you have that winger that is that 99-99, it makes a big difference. So I think this is a super strong card. I like the high medium attack rates, 4-star, 4-star. His composure and reactions are strong. So as far as value, the two best values I think so far are this Ikone and the Luiz Felipe. So if you're looking for values out there, that's what I would recommend. And I think those are the best two values along with this Kehrer, who we haven't gotten to yet. I think the Kehrer is another one that's been a strong value. Now we're getting to Malen, who is another absolutely amazing striker. He may be a little bit under the radar. A lot of people knew about him because he had an inform early in the game cycle that people were loving, but this is a super strong card. He's almost like a Lautaro and Haland light in a way. He's got the pace, he's got the agility, but he's also super strong, 85 strength. Not quite as strong as the Lautaro, and he's in that similar build as the Lautaro, not super tall like Haland is. But still, now where he could be hurt, you see that 3-star weak foot. So you want to make sure you're shooting on his right foot as much as possible. So that hurts him a little bit. 4-star skill moves, which does help. I do like to see 4-star skill moves, even though I'm not a big skiller, and I don't mind it as much with my striker. Even though he does have it, I'd say if I have a striker that's 3-star skill moves, that doesn't bother me a lot because usually my striker is going to be getting the ball in the box, and it's going to be even hard for them to do a skill move before the time, 4 center back or 4 defenders are, falling down on them. So this Malen card, really strong. I would really recommend it. This could become another value. Last I looked, he was not even on the market. Let's look him up. So let's look up that Malen, see if he is out there now. I'm just curious what his price is. And the reason he could become a value is because he's just harder to link. So let me just set min price to say 60,000. I don't know if there's any. So is he not even on the market? Let me just make sure. Let me just look on Footbin real quick. Is he someone coming out in something? Have I missed something? I thought for sure I didn't see Malen in any of like the objectives or anything like that. So let's just see. He may just be extinct, and that's why his price range, his top limit price range is 270,000 coins. So people must, as soon as he's listed, people are buying him for 270,000 coins, and that, in my opinion, is a bargain. EA will probably raise the max on him, so that's why he's out there, that you can't even find him. So for 270,000 coins, that's a nice one. He is going to be a little bit hard to link. If you have that ZH, that's going to give you a link with him. I've really liked playing with the Bahiback, who is from the Eredivisie SBC. I didn't think I'd even like him. I put him in my team last weekend league, and I was like, I'll just have him out here. He kind of helps link my ZH. I'll just play one weekend league with him. Something better will come out. But I love that Bahiback. He was just absolutely insane for me. So I've got him in my weekend league team for this weekend. So this Malen card is going to have some people you can link him to, but he is a little bit harder to link to. And of course, a lot of us are going to be cashing in on our icon swaps very soon, so another way you can link him. Kehrer is another one that's going to be a good value. Last I looked, he was not going for a ton. I guess while I'm looking on Footbin, let me just check him out and give you up-to-date prices. See what the Kehrer is going for. So 124,000 coins for this card. It's very nice, not bad value at all, and I'm not sure why he's going for that low, to be honest, because, you know, Ligue 1, that's a little bit harder to link, but we had that Kamara last week. That was a nice center back. He's 6'1", medium high, 5-star, weak foot. I mean, I'm honestly surprised he's going for that cheap. He's a great candidate. His strength is a little bit low. You'd maybe want to put an anchor on him for that, but I would still, personally, I would just do a shadow. If you could combine him with a stronger center back, you know, sometimes that combination works out really well. You kind of have a center back that's almost like a CDM in a way, you know, one that's more agile, smaller, a little bit, you know, so you kind of have that guy as kind of your attacker, and then you kind of have your big hulking center back to clean up anything else that's left. So I think this Kehrer is a really strong card. 89 composure, 87 reactions, great defending stats with a shadow. Let me just, you know, while I'm on Footbin, while I've got him, let me just see what he would be with a shadow. He's a 91 rated center back. I mean, that's a super strong card in my opinion for the price. You know, he may be someone we try to get into our team on this Christmas to Glory account. I've been trying to kind of do some other things. I'm trying not to play with Mbappe or Neymar or Messi or CR7 or any of the main players. You know, we've got tons to choose from, so I'm just trying to create some different teams out there. So I think this could be a really nice card to play with, especially if you could combine them with someone else that's like that hulking center back. Now we're getting to our SBC of the day, this Kieran Tierney. And for me, this is a super strong card as well. I think he is basically perfectly priced for his SBC. It's a really nice card, and you'll also see this is another one with really good passing stats, or, you know, good enough passing stats for a fullback that will make that pass up the wing to your guy. Really strong acceleration, sprint speed. You put an anchor on him. He's 97 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. It's going to make his defending and physical stats nice. He's not super big at 5'10", but he also has high work rates, which I do like that. And it's not so much for the high attacking. It's almost rare now to find a left back or right back that has high defending work rates. A lot of them are high, medium, and so it makes you wonder if they're attacking their defensive responsibilities with as much vigor as they should be. So this is a really nice card. And, you know, let me just see what the price is on this one right now. Last I looked, he was, you know, what I thought was like perfectly priced. So yeah, 250,000 coins for an SBC. You know, a lot of us have some things stored away. If you can link him in your team, I think this is a super strong left back. Really nice stats, would do a lot of things great for you. Great stamina, just great all around, you know. So I'm surprised, a little bit surprised on this one that he is for the 250,000. I think it's a really nice card. Let me just see what Footbin is ranking him with a anchor. Would be a 91 rated left back. Super strong, amazing pace. He's not going to get beat by all those pacey wingers you face. So would definitely recommend them if you can fit them in your team. If you can't fit them in your team, it's not like it's some amazing value. You need to do them to store for later. But if you can fit him in your team right now, he's a great value. Now, the other thing, if you've got a Robertson's had several Team of the Weeks. I know on my main account, I pulled a red Robertson at some point. So if you've got a Robertson already, you know, you don't necessarily need him. But if you're in need of a Premier League left back, this is an amazing card to have. Now we have our new, excuse me, our new objective player, this Osimhen. So we're going to have a lot of work to do for him. We still haven't finished the Odegaard, who I think is another phenomenal card. I'd really like this system that he is doing. I will give them all the kudos in the world. This Future Stars Academy thing is a really cool idea. It gives you something to do. You don't have to choose to do it. But if you choose to do it, now it's you know, I'm kind of going back and forth a little bit. The one thing I don't like for always is forcing things to happen in Rivals. Again, they're not forcing you, but, you know, they're forcing you to use a lesser rated Osimhen in Rivals. I'd almost rather they give you this 88 version on, say, a 50-game loan or something, you know, I don't know, 30-game loan, and let you play with this 88 rated version in Rivals instead of having to play with whether it's the 82 or 85 version. So that's my only minor gripe, but overall, I do really like the system. This is a really strong card. I played with his Player of the Month card on my main account. I haven't been able to play with him on my Christmas to Glory account because his Player of the Month SBC was before Christmas. The only thing I don't like about this card, and this was kind of on his Player of the Month card too, he's one of the ones with the weird acceleration sprint speed boost. I would rather it be 99 acceleration, 86 sprint speed for a guy up top because it's going to take him a little bit to get to that top line speed. So for him to get to his 99 sprint speed, it's going to take him a couple strides. And also, I like guys with bigger acceleration because, you know, when they're making their run in the box, like say they're on one side of the box and we're working it across and you want them to move over, you want them to have that acceleration to get by the center back and not just kind of shuffle along. So I don't like that about him. Now, you could certainly put a hunter on him, but it breaks my heart to then you lose plus 10 of sprint speed from the hunter. That just goes to complete waste. But that would make him 96 acceleration, 99 sprint speed. His shooting would really be boosted nicely with a hunter. And, you know, his agility is nice, balance is nice. He's another one who is pretty tall for a striker, 6'1". His strength is really nice. It seems like all the strikers are just super strong strikers for this future star. So we're going to try to get him. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet. I might have to test him out in game a little bit. I am kind of thinking that he's going to need the hunter. It just, like I said, kind of breaks my heart a little bit to waste that plus 10 sprint speed boost for that would just be gone into the mist of FIFA. So I don't know exactly what we'll do, but I think that would be a really nice card to get, and it's nice that it's for free. But anyways, guys, you know, I guess let me just recap the top four, in my opinion: Haland, Lautaro, Valverde, and Tomori. The best values so far for what I see: Luiz Felipe, the Ikone, and the Malen, and the Kehrer. So those are the ones that would play well, that are not going to cost as much as some of the other ones. But good luck to all you guys in your packs. Let me know what you guys are thinking. Let me know who you want to get, who you can't live without. But anyways, guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Give me a big thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me everywhere. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye.